Oh, hey, Phil.
Yeah, he's filling, Claudia can't be here this week.
That's good to know.
So when he says we're live, you'll instruct. Go ahead.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
For safety and courtesy, please silence your cell phones. Please make room for others in your rows as needed. Thank you. Before the service begins, I'd like to direct your attention to the emergency exits and other safety features. See emergency exits in green? Look for the red or green exit lights over the doors. There are exits on each side of the bima behind the curtains, so behind me. There are also exits at the back end of the social hall, which is the room just behind you. At the side of the sanctuary are the exits to the main doors through which you entered and exit doors on either side of the lobby. There is a fire extinguisher and AED near the water fountain and another fire extinguisher inside the doors to the sanctuary where you entered. You do have ushers outside who could direct you if you have any other questions. Please look now and find the exits nearest you. Thank you. You may also wait in front of you or the safety cards placed on your chairs. One moment. This is it, and it's laminated. In the likely event that we must evacuate, we'll meet at the southwest corner of the parking lot away from the building. Thank you for your attention, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Those of you who are here, it's great to have you here in 3 dimensions. It's good to see you. And those of you who are online, thank you for being with us online. We're going to start with Shalom Aleichem, which you will find on page 24 of your Siddur. Cantor Paul is on vacation. I think he's back tomorrow night. He's in Pismo Beach, so hopefully he's enjoying himself. It's a well-deserved vacation, and as we move into the high holy days, getting a little rest. And we'll be back together next Shabbat. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boechem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruchuni L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Alechem, Shalom Alechem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seitchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Alechem, Shalom Alechem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I'm going to turn back in our books. There's a little ringing in here, Phil. Okay. Turn back in our books to page 2 and 3. I'll invite those who are comfortably able to do so to please rise. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner Shel Shabbat. You may be seated. We turn to pages 20 and 21. Before we enter into L'chadodi, we take a moment for Hazarat HaShavua, for review of the week. Take a breath. Spend a moment on each day, its challenges and its blessings. We'll sing together verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. I'll invite you, those who are in the sanctuary, when we get to verse 9, to rise and face the doors from which we open to welcome the Shabbat presence and the extra soul that the tradition teaches. The Nishama Yetera travels with us during Shabbat into our congregation and into our hearts. If you're at home, I invite you to turn toward the door of your home to welcome that Shabbat presence. L'chadodi, page 20 and 21. Lecha lecha doti, likrat likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nikabla, lecha dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nikabla, la lecha dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nikabla, lecha dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nikabla. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Ishmi'anu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem ol tiferet v'litchila lecha dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nikabla, lecha dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nikabla, likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki mekor haberacha, merosh mikedem nesucha, sof ma'aseh b'makshavat chila lecha dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nikabla, lecha dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nikabla. Hit oreri, kiva orech, kumi uri, shirdaberi, kevod Adonai alayich nigla lecha dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nikabla, lecha dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nikabla. Rise if you're able. Boi v'shalom ateret ba'ala, gam besimcha u'bsola, toch emunei am segula, boi chala, ya la lecha dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nikabla, lecha dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nikabla, lecha dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nikabla, lecha dodi likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nikabla. Page 26, we continue with Chatzi Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shemei Rabbah, B'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, B'chayechon u'v'yom echon, u'v'chayei techol Beit Yisrael, Bagala, u'v'zman kariv, v'yimeru, Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevorach, le'olam u'lo me'almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal, Shmei dekudesha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiram bi'alma, ve'imeru, Amen. Page 28, Baruchu, our call to prayer. Yai la 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 yai la 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 yai la 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 yai la 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 yai la 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 yai la 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 yai la 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 Baruchu et Adonai Hamevorach Baruch Adonai Hamevorach Hamevorach Leolam Vaed Hamevorach Hamevorach Leolam Vaed. Last three lines in the Hebrew on page 30. El Chai V'Kayam Tamidim Lo Chaleinu Leolam Vaed Baruch Ata Adonai Hamariv Aravim. So I'm sure Cantor Paul will say more about it when Cantor Paul is back, but a pop star legend in Israel died this week. Tzvivka Peak died, and it happens that a piece of liturgy that we sing, the Shema, the melody that we sing, Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, that was also his composition. If you were to go back into the 1970s, they actually played it on the radio as a pop song. So in Israel, but was not only one of Israel's great pop personalities, but also wrote for lots of other people. A number of Israel's Eurovision entries through the last decade or so were actually written by Peak, who sung by other people, but he wrote the songs. And so I thought I'd mention that. Paul knows much more about him than I do, so I'll leave the rest, but he passed away this week in Israel. Shema Yisrael, page 34 and 35. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. You may be seated. Continue on page 36. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'derech uvshochbecha uvkumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha vehayu letotafot beineinecha uchtaftam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru vasitem et kol mitzvotai v'item kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai. Our song of freedom, song of passing through those narrow places, coming into places we can breathe once again and have a taste of the expanse of freedom. Mi chamocha. Yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yai die 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 mi chamocha bailim Adonai mi kamocha nedar bakodesh norat hilot osefele osefele malchutcha ra'u vanecha bokeyam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam malchutcha ra'u vanecha bokeyam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yai die 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 zeli anu ve'ameru Adonai imloch leolam leolam vaed yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada chata Adonai yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 Ka'al Yisrael Amen Amen Amen. Page 42. Come to Hashkivenu. Hashkivenu, the symbol, the image of Hashkivenu is really a canopy of peace that we ask to be